Hi, hello. Usually I have a script with me, and today I don't because I just want to talk about what I genuinely feel, and it is about my social media journey. As you know, that I have received my social media permit today, and I was actually pushing it. Do I look presentable enough? I was genuinely pushing it for a long time because I did not know. I did not know if it was the right thing for me to do because there was a lot of stuff that was going on regarding career, regarding future planning, regarding marriage, wedding, engagement, all that was going over my head. And I did not think like this year I will focus on social media at all. So I just put it to the side. I was being consistent with it. I was still being consistent with it, but I wasn't putting as much as effort like before. And end of last year I was like, maybe it is time to disappear. Maybe it is time for me to stop all this and just focus on career, make money, make sure my parents are settled, and then have a stable income. Because last year September onwards the Instagram page started picking up. I had a lot of followers on TikTok, but then that did not bring me much. I did get few collabs back then with my TikTok account. I got so many deals. I attended so many events related to skincare and wellness, and that's when I realized. But it was nothing major. It was not consistent at all. In September, I am reaching somewhere. I am doing something with my life. So I was really happy. And then September, October was good. November, December was so quiet. It was absolutely quiet, and I was like, maybe this is not my cup of tea. And that was the time that I changed my job, and then the job was something that I honestly loved, but the commute, the amount of things that was on my head during job working hours, because this job that I'm doing right now, it's not something that you can work and go home and forget about it. You need to be constantly thinking about it. And then I did not know because I've never had that type of job where I have to sit and analyze and take decisions like that. My jobs are like whatever I've done, I do, then I come home, forget about it, start my own life. So this job was getting inside my head like that, which I couldn't complain because it's something that I really liked. So I couldn't even complain or leave the job or anything because genuinely something I enjoyed. But it was taking a toll on me as well. So I was like, fine, let's just leave this and let's just focus on work for now. And then obviously you talk to your parents about this, and parents are not going to understand the typical brown household how of they do support whatever you're doing on social media because they're like, she likes it, whatever, let her do it. But if I tell them that I'm going to quit my stable job and go for social media, I'll be thrown out of the house. Because I've always been that typical girl who has done good in school, who's done good in university. She has a master's degree. She was one of the first people from her friend group to get a job. So I've always had that record. And then my parents also had that thing of like, telling my family members and extended family and their friends about how of a high achiever I am. And it would be devastating for them to know that I'm leaving all that and just going behind social media, which they have no clue about. They do not have any idea about what social media holds. So I did my part of trying to make them understand what social media can do. But again, they do not get it, and I do not have the most convincing communication skills as well, so I do not blame them. And that was happening, and I was like, Jan started, and then there was this law in UAE where you have to have that permit, and the permit was a bit expensive, and I was not making that kind of money from social media. I was making money, but not as much as for me to get an entire trade license, like my own business. That this is literally like your own business, and to have a permit and everything. So I was very skeptical, and I told myself like, I'm gonna be consistent. Feb end, like not gonna. So Jan end, yeah, end was when they said like need a license from Feb onwards if you want to post or like anything on a barter system or any collabs with brands, even if they are using your name as like discount code, you need to have like license. So I told myself, okay, me focus on a different niche like lifestyle. Lifestyle is something that I can record anytime. I can record like the go. I'm not promoting any product. I'm just talking about my life. So that was something like was a niche that I wanted to concentrate on because I know that I do not have to take a license about it, and I wanted to test myself. Like I be consistent with the work. Can I organize it better? And February was that, and March is when the entire war and everything happened, and I got a lot of time to sit with myself and analyze like is something I genuinely enjoy because work was also getting a bit. I was getting familiar with the work, so I knew how to do my work faster. Okay, I have to cut. Bye. So yeah, went to the hospital to see a baby. Okay, work started getting simpler, and I started like better job because there was like a lot of balance in my life, and I could perform way higher than how I would usually perform, and all that did affect me. So I was like, okay, fine, go for it. I'm going to get a license, and oh my god, I got it. I'm so proud of myself, and I know this is nothing. I've not reached anywhere, but in the future, I will not regret thinking that, oh, I could have done that. Like, did it. And I'm so happy. There are a lot of people at work. Like, I say, like, names are on top of my head, but I'm not going to tell their names because they'll be too proud about it and then they'll keep rubbing it on my face. But yes, I did text them though. Once I got the permit, I texted them personally telling, like, meet me to it. A lot of people at work, a lot of close friends of mine, and yeah, a lot of people who I don't want to tell their names because I'll jinx it and then fucking ruin my relationship. Nazar is real. Social media Nazar is real, so you need to be careful about how much you share. But yeah, you can finally breathe. Today is April 1st, 2026. Crazy missiles outside, but a bit calmer inside. I'm peaceful. Till next video. Bye bye.